Welcome back to Footballology, day 3 of the Scouting Combine. It was a good day overall. I was excited with the day. Really pumped, actually. The defensive line group, 64 guys deep. That's insane. They had to break it down into two groups. It almost took up the whole entire morning just to work out this whole group of guys. You could see why a lot of people feel like it's a deep draft for this position. And just some of the guys that were out there and running, and I was just highlighting all the guys I want to keep up with throughout this process. Some of the sleepers, some guys that I feel like they talked about a lot, and I want to see more on and see why they didn't talk about those guys that much. But a few guys that I was excited for, a few guys that kind of got my attention was Robinson, Rankins, Ashawn Robinson, Sheldon Rankins, and Shelton Day, Carl Nasmith. Those are just a few guys that I was actually kind of like, wow. You know, you have your Shaq Lawsons, you have your Joey Bosa's, things like that. Guys you were expecting to step out and show up. Actually, Bosa, for me personally, did not show up as much as I expected him. The way people were talking about him, I was expecting a lot more from him. And that doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad football player. Just means he's not a tester. He's not an athletic guy, probably. He just didn't do it for me. A lot of people were talking about moving him to outside backer. Don't do that to him. That's a waste of time and talent. Leave him in a 4-3 defensive end spot. Let him get after the quarterback like a Jared Allen. And I think that's where you're going to have the most success with him, honestly. I was just excited to see today, though, and see how deep this group truly was and how talented it was. I mean, guys were coming up averaging 6'3", 6'4", 300 pounds, and it was just... It's insane, A lot of people were moving. Andre Billings was another guy that I was really impressed with. What he did on the bench, what he did in the 40, and just the way he moved in the position drills, which is insane. So those are just a few guys from the defensive line that I was really impressed with. Moving over to the linebackers today, the linebackers were just as deep and as impressive. The 40 times on the linebackers today was insane. Some of the guys that I like, they're a prototypical size. They ran really well and things like that. But guys I was keeping my eye out on was like Darren Lee. Well, I think everyone started to kind of watch him because he was on the top boards. Tyler Manakafich was a guy I was really, really impressed with. Reggie Ragland, obviously, he's an Alabama boy, so automatically you got to keep your eyes open for him. Joshua Perry was another guy that looked really good. Eric Stryker started to show up in the later parts of the drills, start to grab my attention a little bit more. One guy that it was unfortunate that no one can actually see what he could have done was Jalen Smith. I was really interested in seeing him. A lot of people keep telling me to watch tape on him and that he's really worth a pick. Now, with the knee situation and everything that they're talking about with him, they could potentially fall back in the draft. But as long as his football future is okay, I'll be more than willing to spend a 3rd-round pick on him or a 4th-round pick, whatever it may call for. But those are just a few guys that I was impressed with today on the day 3 of the Scouting Combine. Let me know who you guys think. Put it in the comment, the scouting box down. Put it in the comment section down below. But yeah, you can see why a lot of people like this group or like this day. I feel like this day, between the linebackers and the defensive linemen, I feel like this day is probably going to make up to almost 50% to 60% of the first round in this upcoming draft. I mean, the group is just so deep and so talented from the linebackers and the defensive lines. I'm excited to see what's tomorrow. I keep hearing that tomorrow a lot of D-backs or a lot of guys I need to keep my eye out on. Guys that are going to probably make the transition, like a Mark Barron from safety to outside backer. A lot of guys that can, play shutdown corner kind of type ball. So I'm excited to see those guys for tomorrow. We got one more day. And then the combine's in the books. It's all about pro days at that point. So we're going to knock that out tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out some of my other videos. Check out my videos from last year. Stay safe, football fans. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Become a footballologist today. I really don't know what you're waiting on. Stay safe.